I think there's two kinds of people in the world, generally speaking. There are people who are problem solvers that want to figure out how to not just improve the situation for themselves, but how to improve the situation for everyone. And then there are the people in the world that do the exact opposite. They are trying to figure out, and I think it's just impulsive, but people are trying to figure out how to make their situation better. And they don't care who they hurt to do it. But they justify it by saying, well, once I have enough, then I'll start being charitable and giving back. And I'm like, that's not how this is going to work. That's not going to work. We all need to be actively improving, not just my situation, but like we need to be thinking about how can we improve in the big picture? How can we improve life for everyone? Not just this small-minded, I'm going to isolate myself from the world because there's too many problems and I can't deal with it. We're constantly being bombarded from all sides. It's probably our social media. Let's be honest, our social media isn't as uplifting as it could be. Our politics aren't as uplifting as they could be. Bless the ones that are trying, really. I mean it. If you can, I would hyper focus on the people that, like I said, that first group of people that's really trying to improve the situation for everyone. And anytime you notice, hey, this person's starting to veer off the other way, they're starting to get selfish, or they're starting to complain too much. Even if I do it, because I'm human too, I can easily get in that same mindset of I'm going to take care of me, and I don't care who gets steamrolled in the process. We're human. It's maybe it's our animalistic side too, because people think that I want to put this out there. I want to put this out there. This will give you something to think about. Human beings are the only critter on this planet. Now, yeah, you could say cats and dogs, but those animals have been domesticated by us. So I kind of group them into this category of if you were human beings are the only animal, the only critter on this planet where if you were to put them out in the wild, they would die. Every other animal on the planet survives best in nature, in the wild. But if you take a human being and you remove them from the system, from the grid, if you unplug them, I mean completely, just throw them into the Amazon, the rainforest, right? They'd be dead in a week. Any other animal, that's their home. And so human beings have this crazy disconnect where they're always trying to shelter themselves from what's natural. And if you're the kind of person that you'd rather be out in nature, my God, is it peaceful? Because none of them are here. They're out somewhere else trying to avoid sweat and cold. They don't want anything to do with it. They want an ecosystem that's isolated, self-contained, a bubble where they can keep everything out, except for them. Selfish, very selfish. They can't cohabitate. maybe some people will. I've never used a log splitter. I don't know for sure about the compare and contrast. I only know the splitting maul, so I'm just going to comment based on what I know, and that is when I use a splitting maul. I like to use a splitting maul or a splitting axe because I can tell from the feel of it, the quality of it. I can tell that it's a hard wood, and you get the smells and the aromas. You probably get that with a splitter too, but you're also getting a lot of fumes. So I don't know if you can really appreciate the au naturel of the wood, but you can tell it's dry, it's seasoned, it's not rotted. When you're using a log splitter, it doesn't matter if the wood is wet and green, the log splitter eats it no matter what. But when it's wet and you're using an axe or a maul, because you get that bounce, it just bounces off. And when it's dry, it just cracks, and you can tell it's a good hardwood that's still got some life left in it, that's going to burn nice and hot. Because these hardwoods, these native hardwoods, if you know, you know. Anyway, I'm going to have some fun working on this, but you can see my pile behind me. There's 2 dead maple trees I pulled out of the neighbor's field, so I helped them and they helped me. They had dead trees, and I provided the labor. We didn't charge anybody anything, just good old-fashioned barter. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. World needs more of that.